Straw Hut Media.
Hey guys, we are back. How you doing, Elsa?
Good. I've been waiting to tell you about my date.
Oh shit!
I went on a
Tell
date.
me.
Mm-hmm. But let me hear. It's gonna be a long story. So you.
Oh, okay. Wait, what about me?
Yeah. Well, tell me what's been going on with you. Oh, okay.
You're just like dangling the carrot
Yeah.
and they're taking it away. Oh my god.
No dates. Well, what have you been doing? Nothing.
Okay, no, I will give you an update though. Okay, so I lost 12 pounds and I think that's what was stopping me. I had a layer of fat in between me and getting to know anyone because now all of a sudden I'm like feeling better. I mean, I think even physically, like I'm feeling hornier. I'm actively like, even just like, so I'm not one for like dating apps and stuff like that, but...
You considered it?
No, I've been thinking more about like, I'll start posting on social media again because like that's how people get to you. Like even guys from the past that
Remember when you got on Adult Friend Finder and you showed your cock?
I masturbated on Adult Friend Finder. They are not our podcast sponsor anymore, so we'll call it.
We know them so well, so it's
fun.
okay to plug them one more time. But I just was thinking about because you're like, I'm not into dating sites, and I had to interrupt because I would just picture you. I was like, but you'll get on webcam.
I liked it because everyone was
jerking off too.
Yeah.
That's mutual. It's a virtual jerk circle.
I really like it when people watch me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jerking off or fucking too?
I've never had anyone watch me. Oh, actually, no, because I've had four ways before. Yeah, and I was,
moments.
but I had to be the center of attention. Like,
okay, so you would be a great adult star if you love people watching you. There's like a room full of 10 people.
I think I've missed the boat on that because I'm like of a certain
No.
I'm not about that life, but I am about like, I was talking to someone about it the other day being like, oh, you know, like how am I going to find or even like rejigger interest? And a lot of gay guys are on Instagram always scrolling and like that's how you end up getting dates. So that's my thing. I'm going to put myself out there more, but you know, I haven't really been on... Oh, actually, I did go on a date the other night. Okay, so it was a group date, though. Mm-hmm. The guy was really nice. He was into me because he told my friend that he was. But again, like I've said in the past, like because I'm sober now, it's hard to like think about how to progress that further. Or because he wasn't as well and he was getting high and fucked up and blah, blah, blah.
He was?
Yes. And I didn't mind it, like, at all. Like, if anything, I welcome it because it's, like, fun and all that. But then how do you take... Like after 4 hours of being out.
You were out for 4 hours?
Yeah, I was out for 4 hours.
And you were
sober. And then he kind of seemed to, it was like,
12
it was getting towards 12. And like,
that's a long
like
time being sober.
6 hours past my bedtime.
No, that's a long, like, I don't think people understand. For me, if I'm going to stay out past 9:30, there needs to be alcohol involved because I'm not going to stay up late. I'll be in bed at 9:30 then.
Yes.
So I get that. No,
totally. And that's actually me. That's me really enjoying my time to stay out for a full 4 hours. And then I just knew all my personality starting to fade. Now I'm going to cut on a good note, but then you could see the look in his eyes like, oh shit, did I
do anything? Did you talk to him after?
Yeah, after I text, but it's kind of like either there's not like a huge amount of chemistry there or he was feeling bad because when we were texting, it was the day after he'd had a massive night.
Oh.
So I don't know.
So text them again.
But I did notice that he liked me, and that was all that I needed, is someone else to like me and tell me that I'm worthy of love.
Oh, you're so
I'm so emotional today.
You're just the Ozempic.
Is it?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
But today's the day I'm supposed to get the shot,
Your
so
period?
If I don't feel good today,
I'm just kidding.
I don't get that anymore. I've gone through menopause. Okay, tell me about your fucking date.
Okay, so... It's not the rapper that you think, right? But it was a rapper, right? I just have to say that because this whole thing will make sense. Or not really. I guess I didn't have to say that. But
I like that you did anyway. Low key. Like,
no, I was going to say why. We might need to bleep that out. But anyway, so...
I'd like to say who. No,
I know.
No.
But I had to, when I tell the story, you're going to be like, I know who it is. And that's why I said that, because it's not the one that you think.
Okay.
That sounded bad.
But tell me more about it, though. So,
I'm saying too much already. So
it's not
now
the one
he's
that
going to dump me. Now he's going to dump me because I just admitted that. Anyways.
Okay, wait. I've got to try and dissect this and figure out who it is. So it's not someone that I think. Have I ever heard his name before in your company?
Yes.
Is it someone from the past? Yes, someone from the past. It can't see you. Okay, so was it good? Because I know the past of that.
It was so good to listen, right? So he comes and he picks me up. He texts me and he was trying to hang out with me before, and I was kind of ghosting him. You know, I've always kind of ghosted him. Yeah. And then he was like, I'm just going to come pick you up. So I wasn't dressed up. And then he took me to Isabel. Mm-hmm. We had a great time. He took me on an actual date, right? We like really enjoyed each other's time. We then went and bought lottery tickets after, and we're just driving around, listening to music, whatever, scratching lottery tickets, just talking how we usually do. I then went to his place. We watched a movie together. I slept there for as long as I could, because you know how I am. I can't sleep over that much. He was very kind. He even like carried me to the bed, but there was no sex. I told him there wasn't going to be any sex because I know I could see us being together as soon as we have sex. So I want to make sure that I actually want to be with him. And I want to make sure that he actually wants to be. This is night and
day from the last date.
No, I know, but he's changed. He's lost weight. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Do you know what I already love about him though? Is he really likes you.
He really likes you. That's why I can't give him sex yet, because I know he'll really, really like me, and I want to make sure I'm being genuine because he's a caring person. He's very good to me.
That is very so nice. I want this for you. Someone that's success appropriate, like equal success.
Or maybe a little higher.
Yes, which is great, but you have to have at least like the same amount of, so then you're not carrying each other. Yeah. Like you can survive on your own.
You said that, you were so
irritating. Because you want someone that can keep up, not like, oh, I got to bring the baby and pay for his thing. And it's like, you know, like you're a caregiver at that point.
You hate when I cook and clean for them.
No, I don't mind that even, as long as they can afford a cleaner if you weren't there, for a day or whatever. Yeah. That's just cute because you're a caregiver, you're a nurturer. Yeah. Like that's part of your whole, like, I mean, that's a nice thing. You know, I used to make my ex breakfast in bed every single morning for 7 years, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't because like, although I did use it later, like I gave you breakfast in bed.
Well, like then you become resentful. But I saw this tweet the other day, this girl made, and she was like, he's so hot, I just want to fold his laundry. And I was like, I really like that, because that's how I feel. He's so hot, I just want to, he's so good to me, I just want to fold his laundry. I just want to.
Well, that's cute when you're besotted with someone and you just want to like knit them a little sweater. Or like the Dick's, a little sweater. It's so pretty.
But I had a really good time. I was going to see him the next day and I decided not to. I was too tired.
How many hours did you stay over to sleep? Because you said I can't stay the whole night.
8:30. I left at 4:30. And
it's like you turn into a pumpkin when the sun comes up. You're like, I need to get home quickly and refresh.
It got awkward, right? So it hits like 4:30 and I left. I didn't wake him up. I just left, which I usually do to guys, right? But he noticed right away. So then he texted me, you left? He was like, that was so abrupt. Why'd you leave like that? And I was like, oh, I just...
That's something I would do. Yeah.
Right. Well, I lied. I said, well, I didn't lie because we were drinking a little bit. And I was like, my stomach hurts. Like, I feel like I could be sick, which is true because, you know, when you're talking to somebody on a date, you're not actually eating the food. Yeah. Like, I don't sit on dates and finish my meal.
No, you're not sitting there no, my front of your fucking
so I didn't really eat, and I consumed like just 2 martinis, but it's still a nothing. I wouldn't running around all day.
You need to hit the reset button by being at home for a second where no one's watching you, no one's like, and then you can
my dogs, I kept thinking about, oh my God, I need to go let my dogs out.
I'm surprised you didn't text me. Go and help the dogs out.
Well, I had my keys, and I didn't want you to know who I was with, so I didn't.
But now you're telling me. I'm excited. I actually really like that. I don't want to say
sometimes
too much,
I make James go and take.
Listens.
I'll be at a guy's place. I'm like, James, can you go take my dogs out, pick the keys up?
I don't mind. I like it because then I get to hear like a fun story. I'm like, ooh, get it, girl. Like I really do like live vicariously through some of these fun stories, and so you should. But I like that because he really likes you. I don't want to like out him because we do have a track record of people listening to this podcast.
I know, and I think he probably does listen and stuff like that. But I'm talking very highly of him. I didn't have sex with him because I was like, man, I could see myself really liking him. I bought him a $3 lottery ticket and he was like, that's the nicest thing someone's ever done. Like just got into a gut because he needed a lighter. So I was like, I'll get him a lottery ticket too. And then it was a thing trying to find new lottery tickets
at the gas. That's kind of a power move. Like it's a cute little thing that you wouldn't expect.
I noticed that actually that is my power move where I pick up little tiny items. Like it will be a keychain and it will make me think of the person, even if I am just on 1 day or 2 dates with them. And guys really like it. I'm not talking about like a huge gesture, but I am a gift giver.
No, that's more powerful. I feel like it's thoughtful and it's kind of interesting. Like,
and it sets the mood because then we drove around and found more lottery tickets and stuff.
Oh, really?
And we didn't know how to scratch any of them because we were too drunk and whatever, but still.
But it was the whole process of it. I love that. That is a real date.
Mhm.
A real date.
Yeah,
That
it
was
is a real
nice.
date, right? I was like, I think I just went on a real date.
And so many layers.
I did sleep next to him naked because I didn't have anything else, and he didn't try to have sex with me.
Did you want to at certain points? Were you like, I want to do this?
No, I'm trying to really. No, I'm not right now where I'm at. It has nothing to do. I can't
give you my energy unless you.
I see what it can do to people when I have sex with them.
Yeah.
And then I ghost them. And I don't know if I don't know if I'm where I need to be. Because sometimes I feel like I just want to be by myself for 2 weeks. But if I'm having sex with someone and I'm just like, I don't want to be around you for 2 weeks, it's nothing personal. I just got to get past that little like thing where I do this. That's all. You know, I don't want him to think he did anything wrong if I don't want to talk to him for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And if I fucked him every day all the way up until then, he's going to think he did something. He's sensitive.
Did you get your chakras realigned before or after?
Before.
Okay, so
and
this is a whole new you.
And you want to know something else? Pink candles attract love, and you know how I'm a little bit
witch.
A little bit of a witch. No, I have two religions.
A white witch.
I'm a Christian witch, if that makes
a Christian witch.
Yeah, I swear.
I don't know if the church will be okay with that.
It doesn't make sense, but I like somehow mix the two. And I lit a pink candle, which means attracts love and self-love too.
Okay, where are these candles? We need to get a link to the candles that everyone will be buying.
On Amazon, just they're spell candles and they're this big and they last for an hour. So in the mornings at 6 a.m. when nobody else is up, I'm talking and manifesting what I want for the day or for the week or whatever. So that day I was like, I just need like love. I need someone to show me I need someone to show me a good time that's not sexual. And I was literally asking for that. And then he had texted, I'm going to come pick you up.
Setting your intention like that and putting it out into the world is a really powerful thing. Pink candle.
A pink candle means
I'm going to get one.
You can get a pack of like 100
for
different colors.
I was listening to an episode of this podcast the other day, Alan, and you were like, you know what, you should try making candles. And it was the cutest moment.
I love candles.
And you're like, that's kind of random, but I love it.
Because I started spilling wax everywhere, and then
it's really
Lenore got really
off.
upset trying to get the wax off. So I was like, I'm not going to do that to her anymore.
So we can buy these love candles. Yes, I like
They're love candles. Yeah, spell candles. I actually, can I say, before this comes out, I actually don't think that people should play with that unless they really know what they're doing. So before you start buying candles and lighting them and asking for things, I think you should be careful.
Be careful what you wish for.
Be careful what you wish for, yeah. Right? Be careful what you manifest. Make sure your intentions are pure.
Yes.
Always pure.
Yes. Speaking of dates, there was something I was reading the other day about this girl who had put it out there, totally different situation, but she was, she had signed up to dating apps, right? And she was like trying to get dates with guys, but she had a disclaimer. If I'm going to go on a date with you, this is how much my rental of my clothes are. This is how much my Uber is going to be. This is how much that is. If you don't want to pay for all of these things to go on a date with me, then don't even swipe right or whatever it is. And I was like, it was really intense. It was like a whole conversation about it, saying girls are starting to give like an invoice at the beginning to say, if you can commit to paying for these for me, I'm not going out on dates every night of the week and having to expense all of that cost, which was...
I guess for me, I don't go out on dates enough for me to be like, and this is how much it costs for me.
Yeah.
But you know what I thought? Guys are very generous with me. They'll come pick me up, or they'll send a car, or they actually will do those things.
First of all, I was like, cringe. What a fucking, like,
that
if you're going to go
really
out
aggressive.
to...
I don't think any guy would like that. I think it's pretty standard for guys to want to, I'll get your Uber. That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
And it's pretty standard for a guy to pay for the dinner, is it not? I mean... Is she billing somebody for her makeup too? Is that what it said?
Yes, hair and makeup. Yeah, everything. Wow. You know what? There was this one case where I went out with a guy and so he said, I said, I'll pay. And then he's like, no, I'll pay. He's like, how about this? If you are going to go on another date with me, I'll pay. If not, let's split it.
What?
It was kind of cringe, but I mean, I kind of get it.
He just doesn't want you to
he's like, if this is going to be like another thing for us, then sure, I'll get this dinner. But if you're not going to go on another date with me, then we'll just split it and call it a day. Yeah, we are just friends.
That makes sense.
It makes kind of sense, but it still takes all the, like,
if
I wanted to go on another date with you. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why don't I want to go on another date? We're going to start doing like fucking...
He probably tried to say it in like he should have said it with maybe like more of a, I would love to take you out. again.
You were there
And
taking me out, and then you made it weird. But yeah, I thought it reminded me of that situation.
I will if I'm not liking the date, or maybe I don't know if it's a date or not, and I don't have any interest in the guy, and it seems like the guy maybe is trying to feel like if it's a date, I will be like, when the check comes, I will.
Yeah, that's a power move.
I will split it.
You just
so it's
don't
like,
talk about it though. Just fucking do it.
I put it down.
That's my move. I pay on the first date and then never again. So like I'll pay and then they're like, wow, that's such a power move. Wow, he's here. He's a cute guy. He's out on a date with me and then has paid without me even knowing, no discussion about it. And then lull them into a false sense of security and forever they will be paying.
You know, I actually did that to this one guy and I paid for our first dinner together. I was like, I'll just pay. And I knew I was going in paying for it because I knew this guy didn't know that I knew how much he was making and who he was. So I paid for it and he stuck with me and he would always tell people, she's never asked me for anything. She paid for our first dinner and he would just give me so much.
That's all they remember, that first moment where they're like, what the fuck? I was going to pay for that. Why the hell did they do that? It's such a power move. That's like dating 101. That's our Heartbreakers tip.
Yeah. Show dominance in a way.
In the first date, it'll come back to you. The reward will pay you back in the way that they'll be pulling their card out.
Or will the guy then be like, expect every dinner to be?
They're like, no, we do this now. You pay every time. Like, hey, bitch, that was a one only.
That would be really upsetting if.
Well, then I'd be like, no thanks. I hate people being weird about money. Makes me like cringy, especially when they're trying to woo you. It's like, can we not split the check? Either you pay or I pay. That is it. Like,
oh my God. I know it's different for guys, right? Two guys.
Yeah, but I'm a hot lady.
You're a hot lady? Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, what do you...
Push these boobs up.
Well, your boobs are gone because you lost 12 pounds.
No, they're not actually because I've been still working out. You can't really see in these fucking moo-moos that I've got now. Everything's too loose. Anyway.
There, I see one that says this is a sad question.
Oh,
should we start with a sad question?
Yes.
We don't want to start with sad questions, but that's okay. This is going to be sad, like a sad question. Oh, you know what, James? How about you read this one? Because it's a gay guy.
I'm a gay 42-year-old male, and I don't think I've ever been in love. At least I wouldn't consider any of what I've had with people in the past to be love. Some just hookups and flirtations, but then I usually end up getting left behind. I'm a fairly husky guy and self-conscious about my size, although some people can fetishize me for it. It's never the bod they want to fall in love with. How can I find love in an increasingly self-centered world? I want a life partner, but my social anxiety also gets the best of me. Help.
So is he considered a bear?
Yes.
That's in the gay term, right? He's considered a bear. I just wanted to make
I'm considered an otter because I have like blonde hair. Yeah.
What are the different? What are the other bear?
You have to be a bit heavier to be a bear, like a bit heavier, or you can be a cub, actually, a young bear, but still you need to be a bit heavier, and you need to.
And you're an otter.
Yeah, an otter is like, I don't know. Someone called me it once because they were like, because you've got like little blonde hair, and I don't know. It all sounds a little.
If you could be any animal, you'd be an otter for sure.
Oh, yeah, because they hold hands and they just lay there in the water and like flare around.
Okay,
so cute. Okay, sorry. This guy. This is sad that you don't love yourself and that you have so much social anxiety. So I guess they fetishize him because of his body.
Is that true? Does that happen? The bear thing, like,
well,
or
yeah,
like do
they generally are a little bit promiscuous too, and like want a million partners. I mean, that is a generalization, but it is kind of a thing. Like they're kind of a little bit more dirty. Like they're like, I mean, there are so many, I don't know them personally, but like, okay, so it does get a little bit like.
I'm rereading it and it sounds like he just hasn't found somebody that actually wants to date him. He's only found people that have been wanting to hook up with him. And I think that it actually does come with that comes with not loving yourself. People can feel that, you know what I mean? And I feel like the times where I've really loved myself, that's when somebody's actually come into my life to date. And I think that it really is about, you know, self-respect, self-love, you know. So maybe he shouldn't be hooking up with people, you know. Maybe he should, like we were saying in other episodes, taking time to actually date before there is any type of sex, you know, to make sure that person is interested in that way.
And if he's saying it's never the bod they want to fall in love with, I think take away the body equation
He
from
really
it.
needs to start
like,
loving himself.
Yeah, not think about like the body that they want to fall in love with. Okay, so like
that's hard to do.
That's a look, and that is a hot look, and there's many hot bears out there, and I don't think that just because you're a bear, you're not lovable and you can't be fallen in love with. You'll find another bear. I know couples that are actually two bears that are really in love and they're really monogamous. Not that it matters whether you're monogamous or not, but in your case, you're probably trying to find someone that loves you and you're just with them or not.
How do I find love in a self-centered world? That is loving yourself first. That's the only way that you can prevent anything happening to your spirit and your emotions, and then finding somebody, you have to love yourself. That's why the world is so self-centered.
And the anxiety, the social anxiety, which I get a lot of, is just you. I mean,
What do you do for your social anxiety when you're out and you have to be somewhere?
Well, drink.
What if you can't drink?
Well, now that's why, like, it's a muscle you got to work. So you got to, look, not everyone wants to remove alcohol from the situation, so that's fine. But then maybe hang out with people that are, or go to places where you're going to find people that are more alike, like-minded. But at the same time, it's such an inside job. So maybe don't go out for a while. Like literally just stay home, figure out who you are, find out what you actually like. Is this community still for you? Maybe you want to start looking somewhere else, but you're only going to find that by feeling really shitty at first. So lean into how bad you feel right now and try and figure out where it's coming from. The only time you ever learn is through pain and through taking stock. So it's not going to be very fun at the beginning, but like find some way to get some building blocks for you. Like, what do you like? And you don't need to depend your happiness on someone else. So like, just find a way to be happy on your own first, and then that will attract new energy into your life. Somebody who's on that same mission.
That's self-love for sure. Okay, next question. My husband and I have been married for 31 years and have 2 kids. But at this time, his sex drive has pretty much disappeared. I think he has ED, which that's erectile dysfunction, right? But won't go to a doctor or do anything about it. We've shared so much of our lives together. I would love to rekindle our love life, but I don't know how, and it makes me feel old, unwanted, and unloved. I actually think that, well, they've been married for 31 years, so he is going to be older, right? Also, people don't realize that depression can really affect a guy's, sex drive. And I would look definitely into maybe him being a little bit depressed, because my encounters with people who have made me feel unwanted and unloved, they were depressed, She feels old. She can't really do anything about. I'm not really.
Well, no, but it's making her feel old. So like, take that out of the equation. It's not just because he doesn't want to have sex with you doesn't automatically just mean, oh, I'm all dried up and old, no one wants me. He's obviously got issues of his own.
He's probably embarrassed too. He's probably embarrassed to go to the doctor, because I think that takes a lot of a guy's like who they are. They're
And there's so many contributing factors to why people have ED. Like, he could be on medications, he could be really overweight or depressed.
It could be because of age. They've been together for 31 years. It could be because of age. She actually should encourage him to go to the doctors and go get help and be like, I love you. I want to have sex with you. I'm attracted to you. I miss having sex with you. I miss being intimate with you. She also can make her... Together, she can feel loved and wanted, not through sex, right? There's other forms of intimacy that they can be involved with. Baths together, dates,
start
movies,
at dates. I like that.
Naked.
Woo a little bit, be a little bit cute with each other and make some time for just you two without the expectation of sex. And removing that might make you feel.
Remember, that's what what the therapist was saying. So, or there's a different types of intimacy that don't involve penetration. Oral, maybe he can desire her orally until he can get back on track. But I would encourage him.
Start using toys on him to go, like the butt plug situation or a vibrator or something like that, even through the clothes if he's embarrassed because he doesn't want to. Like, do some stuff that could work up to it.
That's really smart. But I would start with encouraging in a loving and respectful way to go to the doctors. I don't know, could you even go to the doctors? You've been together 31 years. You could even maybe go with him and talk.
That's something he can do for sure, though. Like, that's not something huge. It's health. People go to the doctor all the time. if you could say, hey, can you do one thing for me? I'm not going to hound you. I'm not going to be, why don't you want to have sex with me? But like, could you just go to the doctors and check that everything's okay? Not
in a not
like,
pressure way, because nobody likes to go to the doctors anyways, right? So I would try to approach it in a way where he doesn't feel pressure and he feels respected, and it feels like an open, safe conversation.
Maybe, and offer to get checked up yourself. Say, I'm just going in for a checkup. I'd love you to. I think this is something that we can both do to make sure, because we're getting to a certain point in our lives where a checkup goes a long way and it's good for us. No expectation. Just go in.
Couples
let's both
therapy could even help.
Yeah.
A little bit of couples therapy if there's a little bit of a miscommunication there. All those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a 30-year-old female. My husband is 32. We're both pretty open and I think are comfortable in queer identities, knowing we're attracted to all kinds of different people. However, we're monogamous, and this was an important thing we decided before getting married. Lately, I can't stop thinking about being with another woman. I love my husband. I want to ask about emotional non-monogamy, but don't want to hurt him. I don't think he'd go for it. What should I do? So what's emotional non-monogamy?
That is where, how we say that cheating emotionally can hurt more than physically. That's how I read it. And
that's all you want, though, from
she only wants
that?
It sounds like actually she needs a best friend.
Yeah.
So if she's not going to be with this female but maybe she wants to talk
but she
sexual.
says being with another woman. I want to ask about emotional non-monogamy. Well, I mean,
so she wants to flirt with the girl. She wants to talk sexual with the girl, but not.
And where's that going to lead, though? I think you want to be with a girl, and I think you should tell him.
Tell him that you want to try it out and ask to revisit the conversation about about being monogamous or not in your marriage, and say that I would love to try to be with a female. Maybe that's a joint thing that could happen. Yeah. Maybe he's not fully comfortable with her being only solo with the girl. Yeah. But they can maybe have a threesome, or maybe he can watch or be involved somehow. Yes. Maybe the other girl doesn't have to touch him. And he's queer
as well, so maybe they go out on the same night and he gets to flirt with a guy. Maybe they could be a part of creating each other's profiles to have a chat with a girl and a guy, and they can report to each other on it if that doesn't feel too weird for you.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Like, help each other out like it's a cute, fun thing. Like, you guys are best friends. You've been together for so long. Oh, actually, that was the previous person. But you've been together for a while, I'm assuming. You're married. So, yeah, doing it like a group project.
A group project.
You've been married for 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you're us, you've been married for 5 minutes, which I just can't wait to get married again. Did I tell you?
Oh, my God. Let's go this afternoon. We'll find you someone.
Okay. I'm down.
I have horrible gag reflex and TMJ, and giving any kind of head for me is incredibly painful. Am I being unfair if I don't like to do it? I've been with both guys and girls and get unhappy when they find out it isn't really something I do. TMJ, though, that's a real thing. She's like bites down on her jaw really hard and gets headaches from it and stuff.
Is that what TMJ is? I think it's like lockjaw and stuff too, right?
So it's painful. It's incredibly painful. I think that you're able to...
Well, let me tell you a quick story. I didn't give blowjobs until my first porn scene. I refused to suck dick. I didn't like oral sex. I never engaged in it.
And you don't go deep.
And I don't go deep. And it was... I would just tell guys and they would just whatever, But I was definitely more energetic and stuff like that to make up for that, because I do know that oral sex is a very big part of sex. Like, people really enjoy oral sex, but it sounds like she can't do that. So there's people that
you know what? I think that
they don't need oral sex.
Your advice that you gave about using a lot of hands and spit could apply to this, because she has a horrible gag reflex as well. So don't go deep. Offer to split the difference and just go work with the tip and your hands, like you said.
And also, if you don't, because a lot of times to get the spit, you kind of have to gag yourself, right? So if she can't even handle that, get a flavored lube, right?
Yes, or an oral throat spray as well.
Oh,
that numbs it. You taught me about that.
There is that. There is that. Yeah, a throat spray.
I'm learning so much on this podcast. I feel like
yeah. But the problem is, there's a throat spray. It's a little bit of a numbing thing, so it can numb the dick too and take away the sensitivity.
Oh shit!
Because I learned that with that, and anal lube has a lot of lube that's for anal sex. A lot of times has a little bit of numbing in it.
I didn't know there was a separate lube for anal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Backdoor.
Oh my God, I've been using the wrong lube.
Gun oil, I think it is.
Jesus. Gun oil is good. I didn't know it was for anuses.
Yeah. Yeah, I would either spray my throat, use my hands a lot, and just suck the tip with lube.
Yes.
Or I would tell them I don't like oral sex. You can't, this is the one thing, is if you're not going to give oral sex, I don't think that she could just sit there and have someone eating her out and like just not engage, you know, in that way. I think that'd be frustrating. I think
but if she has a physical condition though, it's like, shut the fuck up to the guy, because like I have a physical jaw condition, and if he likes you, there's so many other things to do.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But I would try doing the hands thing that you suggested, like a lot of hands, a lot of spit. How are you going to get
really confident on being on top, and the guy will be like, I just love when you're on top. Fuck the oral sex.
Exactly. Or be a bit of a bad boss bitch. Like, I think it's hilarious when you say, just eat me out. That's
Get really good at hand jobs, maybe.
Yes. Oh my God, that's a good idea. Or you could use a fleshlight or something like that on him.
Yeah, but
what?
Are these random people she's hooking up with? Or
no, it's her husband. It's her husband.
No, she just says I just have horrible gag reflex. I think this is somebody single.
So carry a flashlight around with you in your handbag.
That's what I was thinking.
And start doing it to everyone in the club.
I thought, oh my God, what if there's multiple people using one flashlight?
I would love that.
Ew. No, not so random people.
Well, not from the same day. Like, I'll wash it once a day, but everyone's dicks have to touch in the flashlight. Everyone's dicks have to. I don't make the rules.
I was just thinking of a disgusting story because, you know, I like that. But I was thinking about a disgusting story that I heard. And it was like these guys saying something like, they had like a blowjob machine or something like that. And the one guy used it, a different guy that doesn't own the blowjob machine, and was like, I used your blowjob machine, haha, and I didn't clean it out after.
And didn't tell him?
And didn't tell him.
Where did you see this?
This was in real life.
Oh my God, tell me. I need to know who.
You wouldn't know who they are.
Okay.
And then the guy was like, whatever, I didn't clean it after I used it either. And I was like, this is such a sick conversation that these guys, and these are real people.
Real people, God. Oh, shit.
They shared a blowjob machine.
I love it. Make a video. This is fun. Yes. Let's do it again forever for the rest of our lives.
Yes.
Did you see the Barbie movie yet?
No. I don't watch stuff like that.
There used to be a pregnant Barbie where you could open her stomach and there was a baby inside of it.
I remember that.
Oh my God. Yeah. And what about Alan? So like Alan was one of the men dolls. It was Ken's friend, and they were you could swap their clothes and stuff, but then they got rid of Alan because people were like, why is Alan Ken's friend? Like, if it was his like gay friend that they would share each other's clothes. And then so the Barbie was just like, okay, let's get rid of that one.
So did you have an Alan?
No, I had a magic earring Ken though, and that was pretty damn gay.
What?
But that was actually only a couple of years ago that I got it, because my ex was like, you're magic earring Ken, because I used to have this diamond earring on the left side.
Does the left side mean gay? Because I heard one side means one or the other.
I made sure I got it in this side because I was still straight when I got it. Oh, straight.
Oh, so the right side means you're gay.
Right is wrong, left is right.
Is that what it is?
Wrong to be gay. Left is right.
That's so sad.
Well, back then, that's what you had to tell yourself, honey. So it was a different time.
So if you did see someone on one of the sides that means gay, you'd be like, oh, he's gay? And you would just automatically...
I don't know if people were outwardly doing that. I don't know. Because back then it wasn't cool to be gay, so I don't think people wanted to wear it in the right.
Oh.
And then who made that up then? That was just like, if you put it in your right ear,
some mean person
gay.
Was making fun of their friend that got their earring or got their ear pierced, and they were like, oh, bro, you're gay. And then that's how it started, I bet you.
You have to have it in the left, and then everyone just caught on. Well, lucky I am gay, and I will get both of them pierced if I want, motherfuckers.
You should. I wish we could get our dog's ears pierced, and I know that
they'd be moving really, with dangly earrings, I know chandeliers.
People would be like, that's so abusive, and I would never do that
because I can't feel it. If we could just numb it and stuff, and she would have
Trudy's big ears.
We get a couple of them because you know, like you can put like okay, fine, just chandeliers then, like dog earrings. Hear me out. Clip-on dog earrings that have like little dog bones on them, or like, you know, like something that would mean a lot to that dog.
No, mean a lot to that dog.
Yeah. What did Trudy do the other day that was cute?
Grabbed my dildo. Is that what she was talking about? Yes, she did.
Trudy, she has it in her mouth.
She did. So I was shooting content. And
what was your caption? Because it was funny.
She's hating on my celibacy.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, I'll have a paper towel like this, and I'll set the dildo, the lube, whatever, and I'll put it on the coffee table. That way there's no sanitary problems when I'm, you know what I mean. So I must have went to the bedroom and she jumped up on the coffee table and grabbed it. And I was like, oh my God, that was so weird. And she was just holding the dildo,
like,
running around. And you could tell that she was having so much fun. And it's just so rubbery. So she's probably like, oh, yeah.
This is a fun toy. You should just give her that one and let her have it.
No,
I don't know if it's toxic to dogs. You're like, oh, my dog's toys are dildos. I just thought, why buy two things when I'm done with that dildo?
PETA would come in. PETA, is that what it is? PETA would come and take my dog.
Oh, because you have a dildo in their mouth. I mean, what's the difference between a dildo and like...
They're rubber toys.
Yeah.
I think it's literally the same material.
Exactly. I don't think it's going to be toxic for dogs' mouths if you're putting it inside of you.
No.
Yeah. Or at least, yeah. Look, as long as Trudy's not putting it inside of her, I think she can play with it.
Ew, stop.
Sorry. Okay, now Peter's coming for us. Yeah. Sorry about that. Well, that was fun. See you next week, guys. Make sure you go and subscribe, bitches. We noticed some of you didn't subscribe, and we want you to, and we love you.
Yeah.
We love you. Keep sending the questions. They're good. Some of them are really great. Love them.
Yeah.